Hey, good girls and fellas, praying that you're having a great day, praying that all is indeed well. I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the For the Good Girls blog. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your very first time visiting my blog, I would like to say welcome. Welcome to the For the Good Girls blog. I really appreciate your presence. So go ahead and explore my page. Go to my For the Good Girls website. I would really appreciate it. You can explore all my previous blogs, the ones that are written as well as the videos. You can also subscribe to this page that you can receive so that you can receive all updated notifications and any posts that I may have for upcoming events later on in the future. For those of you, if you are returning to my page, I would like to say welcome back. Thank you for your love, your support, and your consistency. So everybody, please do me a favor, subscribe to this blog and share this blog with your friends and your family. You can share it via email, you can share it via text message, and you can also share it on my Instagram page or from my Instagram page. That's FTG Girls. Again, that's FTG GIRLS. That is my official Instagram page. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page. Please subscribe to that page and also give me a thumbs up and share that page with your loved ones. So, as we always do, we're going to jump right into our topic for the day. As you can see, it says be healed. This is such a heavy and a somewhat complicated and challenging topic to talk about because it compacts so much. But I'm just going to talk about a few points that we can go through a process of being healed or starting the process or beginning the process of being healed. So the 3 points that I'm going to talk about today, and y'all know I'm Baptist. We love 3 points. So the 3 points we're going to talk about today is called acknowledge, connect, and work. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is acknowledge that you need to be healed. A lot of us are going through life not believing or not comprehending the fact that we have open wounds and that we need to be healed from a lot of things. We've been taught rather to suppress our problems or to ignore our problems. But when we do that, the problem begins to become bigger and bigger and bigger. When you don't do anything about it, even if you become successful in life or you progress in life and you're living a great life, if you don't deal with those things that are damaging or those things that are hurtful, at some point it's going to surface and it's going to get out of control and you're not going to be able to get a hold of it. So we have to learn to deal with the problems while they exist, while they're so either fresh in our lives or when we acknowledge that we actually have a problem. I wrote down here, it says, some of us have gone through life bleeding and with open wounds, and we believe if we ignore the problem long enough that it would just go away. But what happens is when we ignore that problem, the problem becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And the thing that we try to confine, that little small thing we tried to confine deep down inside of us has now consumed us if it has spread or has come to the surface. So we must acknowledge that we have a problem, that we have trauma, that we have issues, that we have things that need to be dealt with. Even the smallest of things, we have to learn to deal with them. No, I know a lot of those big things are hard because there's so much that's packed in it. There's so many things that need to be discussed. There's so many things that involve other people. But whatever it takes for you to take care of or you to heal with inside of you, even though it may deal with someone, your loved ones, your friends, your coworkers, your whoever, your church, you have to do what's best for you. You have to start the process, begin the process inside of yourself of trying to heal those wounds. And then with the next step is called connect. Connect with others besides yourself. You cannot go through the healing process alone. So a lot of us go through a healing process, and I'm guilty of it. I've gone through or tried to go through a healing process all by myself because I didn't want to either bother people or I didn't want people to know my business, or I just felt like I could handle it on my own. But what happened was I felt like I was getting deeper and deeper into my problem than it was being solved because I was trying to do it by myself. I did not have all the answers. I did not have all the tools and all the solutions in order to get my healing. So you have to connect with outside resources, others, so that you can begin to heal. And the first person you always start with, and y'all know what I'm going to say, you start with God. God is our number one source. I know it can be challenging sometimes. I know sometimes you don't want to pray. I know sometimes you don't want to read. I know sometimes you don't want to meditate, but you have to. It is the most important thing you can do, and that's connecting with God, even when you don't feel like it. I've been there. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like when you don't feel like you're worthy, you don't know what to say to him, or you don't feel like God is capable of it. Because if he was, you wouldn't be going through this whole situation in the first place. But I'm going to tell you this, and I know some of y'all may disagree with me, but God is the only way. God is the only way. God is the only way. And I know I said in before this, connecting with others, but if you connect with God, God will send you the other people. God will send you the other tools. God will send you the other sources and the resources for you to begin your healing. If you start with God, God will start giving you and start showing you the other people or the other things or the other solutions to help you with your healing process. So in our healing process, I want us to realize something. And the one thing I want us to realize is that we cannot rely on our own feelings. When you feel like, I don't feel like praying, I don't feel like doing all that, you can't rely on your feelings. You cannot rely on your own feelings. And I'm going to go even deeper when I say this. Some of us are in the situation that we're in now because of our feelings, because we have been relying on our feelings. We've been leading with our feelings. We've been allowing our feelings to take control of our lives. Just ask Samson. Read the book of Judges in the Bible. Samson was a man of great strength. He killed men, thousands of men. But because of he was in his feelings, he fell for a harlot named Delilah. And because he laid his head in the wrong lap, his feelings got his life taken. His feelings got him captured. His feelings allowed him to lose his strength for a good while, up until the end of his death, where he prayed and said, God, just give me strength, basically. And I'm just paraphrasing here. Give me strength just one more time. And in his death, he killed more people than he did in his life. But if he would have just stayed focused on God and not being in his feelings and not falling for Delilah and staying with his wife and focusing on his family, Samson would have had a better life. So we cannot depend on our feelings, because our feelings are unpredictable. One minute we're happy, the next minute that we're sad, the next minute we're angry, the next minute we're uncertain. And ladies, we know this 100%. Now, men, you guys go through this as well. But ladies, we're emotional beings, especially when, y'all know, I don't even have to say it. One minute you happy, you giddy. The next minute you sad, you ready to tear things up. You don't understand. Somebody says something to you, then all of a sudden you going off the edges or the hinges or whatever the saying is. We cannot rely on our feelings. So you have to tap into God. Along with tapping into God, you have to, if God sends you these people, tap into people who are wise and who have great wisdom. Don't talk to people who you know that's going to tell you business. Don't talk to people who don't have the greatest of advice. Don't talk to people who are messy. A lot of us have these messy friends and these messy family members and these messy church members and these messy coworkers, and we're telling them our deepest secrets or the things that that's hurting us, and they're either doing nothing with the information. They're just sitting there listening to you. They have no advice, nothing to give to you, or they're going back and telling other people your business. So be mindful, tap into God and say, God, okay, if you want me to talk to somebody, who is it that you want me to talk to? God will guide you. I promise you he will. God, I am blessed to be able to have people in my life, both family and friends, that I can talk to and I can rely on. God has sent those people to me, and I love them dearly, and I do not take them for granted. I do not take their presence for granted. What they give me, I give back to them. They lend a listening ear to me, or some advice and some love, and I do the same for them. So don't just be a taker in those situations. If somebody gives you room to talk to them and give you lend their ear to you, You do the same thing for them. Don't just get whatever you need to get and just be like, all right, peace. No. When they are going through, you be a shoulder to lean on as well. And furthermore, and I know some people, they may not agree with this one, but sometimes some of us need therapy. Some of us need to talk to a therapist, somebody who's unbiased, somebody who don't know us personally. Talk to someone. A therapist can help. A therapist can give you tools and give you equipment because they've gone to school and they've learned these things. They've learned these tools and solutions and problem solving tools in order to help you through life. Now, I don't know how often or how popular Christian therapists are, but talk to them as well. If you can find a Christian therapist, wonderful. But if you can find a great therapist that's not, I mean, they could be a Christian, but their platform or their plaque or their practice may not particularly say, hey, I'm a Christian. I talk about, send God's people this way. You may not have those visibles, but they can give you great advice. Sometimes we get great advice from people who are not even believers. I know I have. Some people who are just good-hearted people, you can get advice from those people too. I know sometimes we're so reliant on other Christians, but some of those other Christians are the people who telling your business. So you might need to find somebody else. Not everybody, but just some of them, just putting it out there. And the last point I wanted to say is work. Work consistently for your healing. You have to put in the work. Take care of you. I know it's hard for some of you who may have children or who are married, and it's hard for you to disconnect yourself whenever you feel like it because you have a partner to consider, you have children and a family to consider. But when you have that quiet time, don't be on social media. When you have quiet time or peaceful time, don't be watching TV. You have quiet time and peaceful time, don't go out and go shopping. I know all of those things are wonderful because I do all of those things. But sometimes quiet time should just be just that. Quiet time. Go for a nice quiet ride. Go for a nice quiet walk. It's getting warmer out. Go to a beach. If you live close to a beach, just go sit on the beach and just listen to the waves. Listen to them little pesky little seagulls chirping. Sometimes the seagulls are annoying. But when you're just trying to get peace, sometimes that squeaky little sound that they make is peaceful. Do whatever it takes for you to get your healing. Do the work. Whatever it takes. Remove yourself from toxic situations. You can't be in the process of healing and still put yourself in some of the situations that's either doing you no good or is causing the problem or adding fuel to your problem. Sometimes you got to withdraw yourself from people. Sometimes you got to withdraw yourself from situations. Withdraw yourself from certain social media posts. There's an unfollow button on social media. I never understood this. Where people are like, I just can't stand some of the things that people post. There's an unfollow button. You don't have to follow those people. There are so many features on social media that when you can block or you can specify what you see and what you follow and who you follow. You have the control over that. You don't have to see everything that's on there. Click some buttons. Hey, unfollow. I don't need to see that. Nope. Hide that. I don't want to see those ads. Don't want to see those things. And you could just do the same with no. Listen, bro, sis, I can't have that conversation right now. I can no longer talk to that. I can no longer engage in that. Do whatever it takes for you to get your healing. A lot of us focus so much on pleasing other people and helping other people and getting other people to their healing process, and we're struggling and suffering in the process. You need to take time for you to, and it's not being selfish. It's like, listen, I'm really trying to live my best life and the best life that God has given me. Because guess what? We only get one. We only get one life. You have to take care of it. Jesus Christ even did it. He wasn't always around the 12 disciples all the time. It's in the Bible. There were many times that Jesus withdrew himself from people to go pray, to go meditate. He needed that quiet time with God and God alone. So many of us are so hungry for company and for attention and to be around people. Sometimes you just need to be by yourself. Being by yourself is not a bad thing. I don't mean like single, but I mean even that too. Some of us are serial daters. Some of us are following some of these social media trends. There's this social media meme, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let y'all go. It's this social media meme that says, sis, until he's consistent with his feelings, or what is it? I think I wrote it down. Give me a second. Until one of them shows you consistency, date them all. And this is particularly for the ladies. Until one of them shows you consistency, date them all. Now listen, if you can date a whole bunch of people and it doesn't affect you, go ahead, rock out, do your thing. But if you're so emotionally strong, or you're so emotionally wrapped up and you can't handle rejection, or you can't handle some guy saying that he's just not that into you, leave that one alone. Don't be out here trying to date and trying to follow these social media trends and you can't handle. One minute you putting up that meme, the next minute you crying like, Lord, where's my husband? Oh my God, I can't take it, Lord. It's just no good men out here. No, you're just out here just doing too much. Take some time to yourself. I'm one of those people. I can't do the serial dating. Emotionally, I can't do it. Not that I'm afraid of rejection. It's just, I don't need to do all of that. Nope, I'm good. People tell me all the time, girl, you need to date. I'm okay. I'm all right. That's y'all all dating all them different people. That ain't my thing. And people who do it, there's nothing wrong with that. If you can handle that, if your feelings and your emotions and stuff can handle that, go ahead and do it. But it's not something that I want to do. It's not something that I like to do. So it's not something that helps me. Like that's just not my thing. So be healed. Do whatever it takes for you to get your healing. Do whatever it takes for you to get your breakthrough. Do whatever it takes to have a peaceful and long and lasting life. Do not allow your life stress to wear you down or to take you out. You have to take care of you. All right, y'all, that's all I have for today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I pray that y'all will have a wonderful, wonderful day. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.